When the 2023 Subaru Outbacks were first released to the media, I was really excited to share those details with you guys. Not only had I just ordered one for myself, but there were a lot of new changes coming to the 23 that I thought were going to make great improvements. And so far, I'm incredibly happy with this car. There are a few things that I would still tweak or change on the car or change about it, but overall, very happy with it. I'm gonna be making a more in-depth video soon talking about what I've really enjoyed on this car, some things that I think could be done better. So stay tuned for that if you want to see that video. And today I'm going to talk about one of the major improvements that was made for the 2023 Outback, and that is in regard to the touchscreen display. When I made my previous video back in the fall, I was talking about this touchscreen display and I showed side-by-side comparison the differences between the 11.6-inch display on a 2020 through 2022 and compared that to the now 2023 Outback display. Now the displays are the exact same size, but here's a brief clip from my previous video to catch you up to speed on the exact differences between the climate controls and the heated seat control buttons. Let's hop inside and check out this new updated infotainment display for the new 2023 Outback. So here's what it looks like. Of course, it looks almost identical to the previous model. You still have the 11.6-inch touchscreen display, but Subaru finally addressed this lower portion of the screen to make it easier to control. They increased the size of these fan speed buttons. So these soft touch buttons are much larger. And here is what the old model looked like with the smaller fan speed controls. You can see that these fan speed buttons are much smaller, and so you have to more accurately press on the screen to adjust it accordingly. Subaru also updated the heated seat controls. You no longer have to click into two screens. So here's what the previous model looked like. You had to click on the heated seat icon and then you had to click a second location to adjust your heated seat. Now it's all on the home screen, so whenever you touch it, it will turn your heated seats on. Touch it again, it's medium, low, and off. You can do this for both the driver and the passenger. So this is a much needed upgrade, something that I think should have been done originally, but I'm glad to see that they have made those changes. To be clear, no updates have been made retroactively for the previous generation Outback. So as of right now, this new design is only on the 2023 Outbacks, the Legacy, and the new 2023 Ascent. In my previous video, I shared with you guys that the previous gen 2020 through 2022 Outbacks and Legacies should be getting this retroactive update. And as of right now, that has not come out, and I don't know anymore if it's going to come out, but I feel confident that there's a chance it still will, and here is why. So back in the late summer, so July of 2022, I originally spoke with somebody at Subaru of America, and they mentioned to me that, hey, these changes are coming for the 23 Outback, and oh, by the way, we should be seeing these changes retroactively available for the 2020 through 2022 models, the previous gen Outback and Legacies. And then shortly after that, I received notice that new training videos were available on our training website for Subaru sales professionals. So anytime new product gets released, Subaru sends us that information and we get to study that and learn all there is to know about new products. And in one of those, of course, was the 23 Outback, and specifically the section mentioning the touchscreen display. They mentioned that some of these upgrades that we see on the 23 are going to be retroactively available through firmware update for the previous gen Outback and Legacies. But they didn't specify what upgrades were going to be available. They didn't say whether or not it was going to be the climate control or the heated seat controls or just a performance update. Now surely they wouldn't mention that if it was just a performance update, but to cause further confusion, shortly thereafter, Subaru rolled out a performance update for the previous gen Outback and Legacies. And all this did was improve the performance capabilities of your touchscreen display, probably to make it a little bit faster, as well as to improve the connectivity with your Bluetooth, your Apple CarPlay, and your Android Auto, depending on the device you use. And then the third source to further compound this is just getting on threads and forums with other individuals who either work for Subaru or a Subaru retailer who have mentioned that this upgrade is possible and will be coming. So it hasn't been released yet. I don't know if or when it's going to be released, but I will be certainly sharing that with you guys as soon as new information is released. And what I will tell you, just from experience in the past, when the 2020 Outbacks and Legacies first came out, the layout and design has been updated through updates since then to make it better. For example, the auto start stop button that everybody loves to hate on first was buried inside the settings of the touchscreen display. So if you ever wanted to turn that off, you could still do it relatively quickly, but it was much more inconvenient than it is today. You had to first click into settings, your vehicle controls, and then scroll to where it said the auto start stop, and you had to toggle that off. And you had to do it each time you restarted the car, much like you do today. But now today we have the convenience of having that auto start stop button living on the home screen at all times. So yes, we have to turn it on and off each time we get in the car, but it is something that lives on the home screen and is easily accessible when you need it. So this is what I related to. I think that the new layout design could be updated much like that auto start stop button was updated in the past. Now, I'm not a software engineer, so I don't know the difficulty involved in that, but I'm confident and hopeful that we do get this in the future. So stay tuned for any further information regarding that, as well as my upcoming video on my Outback review. This is a 2023 Outback Onyx with the 2.5 liter engine. So it is the first year that the non-turbo was offered. Again, there are some things that I really like about this car, some things that I think could be improved upon. I'm gonna be talking about that in detail in that video, so stay tuned. I hope you guys have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please be sure to click the like button. That really helps me out. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys like content like this, and if you haven't done so already, please be sure to click the subscribe button down below. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.